You were listening to The Objective Jerk, and I am said jerk. Hello, how you doing? Yes, I moved my stuff around again. I had to do too much setup the way I had it before. I had to move my chair, get the camera out, stand it up. I don't know, it was just like it was so much. And I'm a lot of times when I do my podcast, it's kind of off the cuff suddenly, and so I want to get recording as soon as possible. And then so with that, it was like by the time I opened the Pro, it did everything. It was kind of like I lost my mojo or whatever. Plus, I'm lazy. I like to just turn on and go. I just got to get used to looking at the camera there. But does it really matter if I look at you? I'm talking to you. But so now I can look at my computer instead of my phone, and I'm in my comfy chair. Yay. Yeah, I didn't want to have the my cabinets back here as the background, but I played around. Originally I wasn't going to put, you can see I got the flag there, but it's a mirror. The flag's over there. And then I got the Punisher photo, but I wasn't going to put anything up until someone made a comment on my YouTube channel where they're like, just look at this guy's background, you know what he's all about, or something like that. And I thought it was funny, and I was like, well, yeah, exactly, that's the whole point. That's what people do, right? I mean, if you're a nerd and you like pop culture, you got that crap behind you. Or, I mean, not everybody. Some people just have basic shelf with some books and whatever, but like, this is just stuff that I have. Like, I didn't buy stuff for my podcast set or anything like that. It's just like, oh, I'll put this here, I guess. Oh, okay, I got this. Because you know me, I'm lazy. But now I can sit in the chair. I think I was rushing my podcast a little bit. I want to try and just like chill and act like I'm hanging out. So that's kind of, and it's just much easier this way. I got the camera set in a fixed position. I just move the mic. It's a lot easier. So let me know what you think. And then plus, I'm not going to do the filters. It's all going to be black and white. Because I was like, I do the filters, but then if I'm looking to, be a guest on other people's podcasts or whatever, and then it's not can't do the filters for that. So, I was like, well, what can I do? So I was just like, I'm going to do black and white. I don't know. I'm weird. Anyway. So, woke up this morning. For me, this happened early morning yesterday for me, but in the States, but that was, or I don't know. Anyway, it happened. A lot of people have known about it, but I woke up to it, and Chuck Norris sadly passed away. Or Chuck Norris, what was the one thing? I don't know, he leveled up. He started the rapture. I don't know, whatever you want to say. Input Chuck Norris joke or meme, which they're pretty funny. My favorite one was the Chuck Norris caught all the Pokemon using a landline. I always thought that was funny. Because that was right when Pokemon Go was going. I mean, it's still going. I see my kids still play it sometimes. But yeah, so, man. But, it's... Do I love Chuck Norris? You can't not love Chuck Norris. But he's not one of the ones that's really going to hit me. Like I said, I'm not a huge infatuated with celebrities. And, I'm a realist and I'm Catholic and everybody dies and it's part of life. So I did see that it was reported that he went to the hospital, and I was thinking, uh-oh, here it comes. And then sure enough, when I wake up, gosh dang it. he had passed away. What's weird though is like they're saying like they don't want to say what he passed. Gosh, why do I have? It's annoying. Sorry, I know people listen to this are like, oh my god. Maybe some people get off on it. I don't know. I love Snot. Dude, speaking of Snot, the band Snot, they got a new singer who sounds just like the original guy, which, I don't know, it's been 30 years, so I think it's okay, you know? It's not like Linkin Park where they get a female, which I get, having a female. I was never a huge Linkin Park fan. I did have their second album. I don't even know how you say it. Metoria. See, that's how much of a fan I am. I like the, no. I did have another album. Came out 2007, I want to say. I don't know what it was called, but I liked some of their stuff, but I wasn't like, you know, I can't remember the last time I listened to a Linkin Park. And I hear, you know, the female is good, and it kind of, to me, just from my point of view, it makes sense, you know. It's only been, well, gosh, how long ago did he die? Like 10 years ago, actually? Or maybe not quite 10. But anyway, so, you know, but like it always was kind of when a singer left back in the day or died or whatever, and then they just recruit somebody that's basically a clone. It was like, it doesn't work. But this guy is that kind of, he is sort of a clone of Lynn Straight. But it works though, I think. I know he sounds good, man. He almost sounds better than how Lynn sang live. You know what I mean? Because that type of veracity on the album, and then when you hear it live with Lynn Straight, I mean, it sounded good, and you knew it was him, but he couldn't hit everything. And this guy's like, he's killing it. So I don't know, it's kind of cool. I'm interested to see their album that they come out with next. I'll download it, but that's cool. But anyway, kind of went off base there a little bit. So yeah, Chuck Norris died. It's sad. Like I said before, like Sylvester Stallone, Clint Eastwood, probably Arnold too. Like whenever they go, that's gonna be like, oh man, that's gonna be a little bit of a bummer for me. You know, I mean, it's a bummer. It's a bummer that Norris is gone. But I mean, you know, he's 85. I think it happens. It's time, you know. But now say that would be a good meme, right? If I could, I make memes, but nobody cares, and they're not like elaborate. But like if I was good enough to do one, do like a little drawing or AI, I guess, of like Satan, like he's doing his planning, right? And he's like, okay, we're gonna do this and that, and blah 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 blah. Kind of like the Hitler video from that one movie, but they put different subtitles about Chuck Norris, and then somebody comes in and says, you know, your darkness or whatever. Chuck Norris just died, and then he's like, oh shit, because now he's got to deal with him as an angel, or you know what I mean, so he can actually hurt him more. I don't know, that'd be funny. Yeah, and then so then immediately I'm like, okay, so who are gonna be the next two, right? Because they always come in threes, right? Well, before I get to that though, let me see. I did pull up articles to kind of let's see if there's something that's been, yeah. So Chuck Norris was 86. Okay, he just had a birthday, just turned 86. All right, it's kind of crazy, man. Anyway, let's see. Let's get down to, I'm scrolling. You think this guy's been around for a while? So much. What's going on? Dang, man. Why is everything opened? I hate that when Wikipedia. Okay, in March, yeah, hospitalized in Hawaii, experienced a medical emergency. He died on the 19th. His family announced his death following. Okay, so that's it. That's all they got. But there was a statement where they're like, you know, we don't want to share what it was, and it's kind of weird. You know, hopefully it's nothing nefarious. I doubt it, but you know. So anyway, you know, I was like, I wonder who the other two are going to be, because it always comes in threes, right? And sure enough, I seen just when I was getting things set up for the podcast, Nicholas Brendon, who he's nowhere near Chuck Norris, and he's not super famous. He was in the 90s and stuff because he was on the show Buffy. So he was Xander on Buffy. And so he died. I don't know what his stuff is. I know he had problems with drinking and stuff, so let's find out. So he's had some problems. Let's see. Personal life and illness. Yeah, well, let's see. Health issue. Yeah, okay. Brendon died of natural causes in his sleep at age 54, which was announced by his family. So it's just, his body shut down after years of decades probably of drug and alcohol abuse. It tears you up, man. It's sad. See, Brendon was married to some actress. Okay, he enjoyed painting. Brendon struggled for many years with depression and alcoholism, leading to many run-ins with the law, multiple arrests, several convictions for destruction of property, vandalism, theft, domestic violence. At a convention in 2004, he announced that he had voluntarily entered rehab. But I know he's had some other stuff. Yeah, so 2010, 2014, 15, 17. He was arrested in August of 2021 for failure to identify and obtaining a prescription by fraud. So there, it's just, he had problems. It sucks. Many people deal with this. But I kind of wonder, I heard that they're doing a Buffy reboot or a movie or something. I saw something. I wonder if maybe that's going on and he wasn't included, and I hope he didn't take his life, but but yeah, so there's number 2. So who's gonna be number 3? I don't mean to sound morbid, but it's true though. It always happens in threes, right? And I know there was the singer from Boston. I think it was the singer. He died, but that was like a week ago or so. And whenever celebrities die in threes, that's always pretty rapid. So within a day or two, there should be somebody else that sadly passes. I'm betting it's going to be a musician or something. Or maybe, oh man, I hope it's not like Mel Brooks or something. He's pretty old. Oh yeah, it's going to be like, who's up there now? Mel Brooks is old. John Cleese. Who was I just thinking about? Michael Caine. He's getting up there. I don't know. It's gonna be somebody. It's probably. I'm assuming it's gonna be some musician. Probably. I don't know. How long ago did the guy in Boston die? Let's see. Maybe that's the one that counts. Let's see. Was he the original singer though? Boston. I don't know. I think I know the one. Well, I probably know more than one Boston song, but I wasn't like a fan. I wasn't like a hater or nothing either, but just wasn't my thing. More than a feeling. Oh, you know what? No, I'm getting these guys confused with Foreigner. Yeah, Boston was badass. Okay. Let's see. Since Delp's death, number of okay. So Delp was the Brad Delp. Let's see. So he was the original singer. He died in 2007. Okay, so he wasn't the original. Tommy Gray. Maybe it wasn't. Singer. Hold on, let me see. Let me scroll down and see who it was. Thought it was. Appearances. I gotta go to July. Tom's always working on something. DiCarlo. Okay. So DiCarlo died from brain cancer on the 9th. So yeah, that was a while ago. Exactly 19 years after Delp's death. Wow, that's crazy. So yeah, it's been more than a week. I don't know if that qualifies for the, Celebrity 3 or whatever. Let me see. So what was his name? I just forgot it. Dang it. So DeCarlo. Okay. Okay, yeah, so this was a guy. So he was a fill-in. So he wasn't an original one, but died of brain. So I mean, Boston's famous, but nobody really knows of this guy. I don't mean to shit on the guy or anything like that, but I don't feel it's quite the same. But maybe that's, maybe, I don't know. What do you think? Does that qualify? Is that the 3? I'm kind of thinking not. I think there's going to be somebody else, unfortunately. Who do you think it's going to be? Probably something will come up before I'm checking my Facebook. It seems like Facebook is pretty good at getting it out first. I know they used to do they'd fake people out a lot, but that doesn't really happen anymore because when I see a death on Facebook, I'll verify before but it's a good starting point. And yeah, see, there's nothing but Chuck Norris stuff going on. Yeah, heaven just upgraded its security. Dude, my favorite Chuck Norris movie is Firewalker. I don't know. I used to watch that movie. It'd come on cable or something a lot, and I'd watch it with my grandfather. And it was, funny, and it was like Indiana Jones, but, he could fight. Not that Indiana Jones can't fight, but yeah, so that was my favorite one. So, I mean, it's a bummer. It's, it's going to happen. Man, nothing but Chuck Norris stuff. Oh, that's right. When he was on a dodgeball, and he gave the thumbs up. And then, what's his face? He's like, fucking Chuck Norris. Forgot about that. Wow, that looks like a bunch of... Oh, yeah, that's what they're saying. Okay. Tragic news. Yep. Oh, let's see. Here's another one. Mr. Norris. God said it's time, so please don't round him. Oh, it's death coming to get him. Offered him the throne, so now Chuck Norris is death. I don't know if he likes... I don't know. But how did he do it, right? It was because death didn't come to collect him. It was Jesus. He's like, hey, bro, it's time to go. Whoa, okay. I hate when stuff automatically plays. But so, yeah, anyway, so that's what's going on. Chuck Norris. Man, I'm kind of done talking. I'm only halfway through. I got the atheist guy on BitChute throwing a bunch of atheism at me. It's funny. Calling Jesus a Jew on a stick. I don't know if I don't know. I've never, you're not going to offend. I mean, I'm not worried about this guy's relationship with Jesus or anybody else. I'm worried about mine and my family. You know what I mean? So if somebody's going to oh, yeah, it's like, I'm not going to get pissed and be like, oh, yeah. It's like, all right, well, it sucks for you, dude, but you do you, Hopefully someday you'll come around, but chances are they probably won't. And then by the time they realize it, it'll be too late. Let's see. I was going to look at Chuck Norris's personal life. While I'm doing that, I'm still watching the show Bones. I keep talking shit about it, but it is a pretty good show, and there's lots of good, heartfelt family kind of whatever. It does kind of seem like it pushes a lot of liberal stuff, but it doesn't do it too much, and that's how shows used to do it. Now it's like that's all they do, and it's insane. But dude, I cannot stand the hippie girl. She just bugs the hell out of me. And then the commercials inside the episodes for Toyotas, where they do like a quick little, it's like a YouTube channel where they do the little, sponsored, and It's like, oh man, how's your car doing that? Like they put it into the show. It's pretty clever, but at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, dude, it pulls me out. And then I start thinking about, like, I didn't catch it at first, but then there was a time where it was just obvious. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is because Toyota's sponsoring the show. And I'm just like, oh. And, you know, it's not like that's the only show. But now it's got me kind of thinking of some other shows. But that's, I don't know. I don't like it. I have to watch. I don't know. It's just, you know, see, now I'll start seeing that in other stuff. It's almost like subliminal messaging, you know, for whatever. But all right, real quick, I can go over Norris's personal life, family. So Norris married Diane K. Halchek. Well, she died last year. California. He was 18 and she was 17. The two had been classmates in North High School in Torrance. So they married at high school. That's cool. After 30 years of marriage, they separated in 88. Oh, no, okay, they got divorced. And they finalized their divorce. See, it's crazy where I think, like, man, 30 years. You got divorced after 30 years. Like, to me, it's like if you can make 10, it seems like, okay, you're good. I recently celebrated my 20th. And I'm like, that's, you know. And then to see that people got divorced at 30, it's like, wow. They had 2 sons, Mike and Eric. Okay, Norris married Gina O'Kelly, a model, 23 years his junior, of course. In 98, they met while Norris was on a date with another woman. The couple had fraternal twins in 01. Norris also has daughter Dina from an extramarital relationship. Yeah, it's a bummer. While stationed in California during his service. Oh, it was a long time ago. Well, not that it makes it better, but he began seeing a woman named Joanna without disclosing that he was married. Well, maybe that's why they got divorced after 30 years, as he kept being, you know, kept sleeping with other women. You know, who was it? Bill Burr, who's kind of a douche now, but he has a good bit about how, you know, being a celebrity or whatever, when hot women are just throwing themselves at you, it's a lot harder to fight off when, as opposed to like a normal person like myself, where I don't have, maybe like one attractive woman might appear to show some interest in me, like that happens like maybe once a year. You know, so it's like, it's not like daily, so it's, you know, easier said than done, I guess. But anyway, so he publicly acknowledged her in 2004 in his memoir. Okay, he has 13 grandchildren, well, in 2017. All right, Norris was an outspoken Christian, author of several Christian-themed books. He expressed his support. He's probably Protestant, though. Support the intelligent design movement in a review of Ben Stein's something. He was a Baptist, yeah, and a member of Prestonwood Baptist Church. Political, I know he's Republican. Yeah, he was a Republican, outspoken conservative. So during the filming of Delta Force in '85, Norris commented on the hijacking of flight TWA 8047 in the United States. It was becoming a paper tiger in the Middle East and warning that terrorism abroad would eventually reach North America. He cited statements by a Libyan leader. Yeah, so 2007, Norris traveled to Iraq, supported Mike Huckabee. McCain was too old to handle the demands for the presidency. Yeah, I don't know. McCain wasn't bad, but he wasn't good either. 2008, Norris became one of the first members of the show business to express support for California Proposition 8, ban on same-sex marriage. You know, I used to not care about that. I was like, you know what? So what? If they want to be whatever, this and that. But now it's like, that was the beginning of the end right there, man. Double standard he perceived in criticizing the Church of Latter-day Saints. In 2009, he expressed support for Barack Obama. For the birthing conspiracy in his letter released to disclose his birth certificate. Yeah, that was a little crazy. 2011, Norris had written a 5-part investigation regarding the infiltration of Sharia law in the United States. Yeah, there should be no Sharia law in the United States. I'm sorry. If you want Sharia law, go back to the country where it has Sharia law. Man, a lot of stuff on political stuff. Okay, let's see. Norris visited Israel multiple times. And Prime Minister Benjamin Nintendo. Dude, he's been... I don't know, dude. I've talked about it before. I believe... I don't know. I don't think Israel needs to be given all these passes and we need to support everything and let them do whatever they want because they're Jewish. You know what I mean? And it's like they were a huge part of the plan back in the day, but they're just like anybody else now. Just because they're Jewish doesn't mean they get a free pass. And then plus they, yes, they're an integral part in the future, but I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Like I agree that we needed to go into Iran and this and that, but because Iran's trouble, or a bully, you gotta take care of the bullies, man. Some people might say that America's a bully. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sometimes, like I said, I'm not a fan of the world police, but we gotta, it's just like the Crusades, it's like Christians let the Ottoman Empire kill and destroy, pilgrimages and whatever for like hundreds of years before the first Crusades. They're like, okay, well, we gotta put a stop to this. It's just, again, be nice until it's time to not be nice. So, anyway. But I think that's a little bit of his. So I read all that. I read this guy already. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I used to watch that. That was like about the last time I was in to watching, or I kept track. I remember that was when my first apartment away from my parents with my friend. And I knew what was on which days. You know what I mean? So I'd watch Buffy. And Friends and Seinfeld. What else did I watch? I'm trying to think. There's a couple other ones, but that was pretty much it. I tried watching Dawson's Creek, but it was too soapy for me. I remember when it first aired, though. I remember watching the first episode. It was around that time. But, yeah, it was, I don't know. My friend, I'm an introvert, so I like staying at home. I like to be by myself. And, my friend used to kind of give me crap about it. And it's like, well, this is where I'm comfortable, It's just the way it is. But, so Chuck Norris, it's a bummer. Nicholas Brendon, I don't care either way. I hope he found Jesus and he did die in his sleep naturally. But I don't know. Yeah, it's not like it's, oh my gosh, I'm so upset. It's just kind of the three, the three celebrity, the whole thing. What do they call it? I don't know. It comes in threes or whatever. But let's see. Put down in the comments who you think the third one will be. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know what you think of my new studio, which is not. But, and then the atheist guy, let me know what you think. All right. I'll see you guys later. God bless, and I'll see you next time. All right. Bye.
Say something for the podcast. Tell the people what you feel.